Hey everybody, so today I am here to do a day in the life of an exclusive pumper. And if you are new to my channel or my videos, I have 3 daughters, a 5-year-old daughter Sophie, a 4-year-old daughter Remy, and an 8-month-old daughter Lexi, who I am exclusively pumping for. So I'm going to basically just keep you updated throughout the day with only stuff that has to do with exclusively pumping. I wanted to make a specifically dedicated one so you could really see what I do throughout the day and how many times I pump, how much I make, stuff like that. I am an oversupplier. So she is 8 months old. She can crawl, she can also stand, and she can sidestep. So when she gets up on the couch, she can just kind of putter her way down to me and pull on my tubes and anything else. Like, she's looking at my camera strap right now. Yeah, it's 8 o'clock right now. I'm doing my first morning pump. I am single pumping. I've made a whole video on that, on why I single pump, if you're curious. But yeah, 8 o'clock in the morning, first morning pump. If I look rough, it's because I feel rough. Lexi is teething. She's getting 2 top teeth. I think they're either her front teeth or her canines, and I know you're probably thinking that you should be able to tell a difference, but the placement of them right now is kind of very weird, so I don't. But those are coming in very ferociously. It's been a very long process. One is through the skin, the other one is not, and last night was kind of a rough night. The day before that, yesterday, during the day, was kind of rough too. She was not sleeping super well. So, yeah. We might have a rough day. It might be better than yesterday. It just kind of depends. It's been about a week now since she's been teething, and it just kind of ebbs and flows on, like, depending on what the day is, how her mood is, and how she sleeps and stuff, and how she's eating. I have noticed that with this set of teeth, she is not wanting to eat the bottle if it's not super fresh. So I've been pumping a little bit more just to try and get her to eat when she should be eating. But pretty common for babies who are teething. And I do pump every 4 hours, and I do not pump in the middle of the night anymore. I haven't done that since I was 3 months postpartum, and like I said, I am 8 months postpartum. So I think that's about everything. There's a lot of stuff I have to get done today. I have to finish editing, I have to wash dishes and make a grocery list because I need to go grocery shopping tomorrow, stuff like that. So I have other stuff that I'm going to do in between on my 4-hour breaks. She's now pulling back the curtains and playing on the windows, so all the neighbors can see exactly what I do first thing in the morning. But yeah, I'm just going to bring you along for the EP stuff today. I really hope that you enjoy this video. And yeah, I will check in with you guys whenever this pump session is done. Okay, but before I check in with you guys, I thought I would show you exactly what our room looks like. You know, one of the #1 questions I get is how I entertain everybody while I'm pumping. So, still pumping, obviously. There we go. But you can see the big long baby gate keeps the baby out of things that she should not be in, as far as her older sister's toys go. And over here, very okay place for her to be, along with her own toys down there. And then the girls are over there playing with Barbies, and, or I'm sorry, not Barbies, princesses. I'm sorry. My oldest daughter was quick to correct me. But yeah, a lot of times Lexi will look through the gate like that. But this has helped a lot, because the baby used to go over and just wreck what they were playing with. And it might look a little sad, but I promise everybody is in a lot better mood than what we used to be. So if the big girls want to play with something over there, that's how they do it. And then Lexi will entertain herself over here. So yeah, that's how we keep everybody entertained and where they should be and in their appropriate spots. And the big girls can come over here, you know, and play with her, you know, whatever. Just as long as they keep certain toys in certain places. But yeah, that's just a look at how we do it typically while I'm pumping. Alright, so it's 18 minutes into my first pump of the day. It's the longest, and I made her a bottle out of my left side because I'm all done with that. So I'm going to switch to my right side, and this is the setup that I use. I use a large Lancino bottle, that way I don't have to empty it while I'm pumping. But yeah. Okay, it's 8:40. I am done with my pump session. I got 14 ounces total. That is the most that I make throughout the day, and that is because I go a 6 to 7 hour stretch depending on what she sleeps at night without pumping. So I have my extra milk over here. I already showed you that I had made her a bottle. So that's my typical method, is I just set the extra milk out here at room temperature in a bottle that doesn't have a ton of air in it, and I will just leave that here until I pump again. And I'll show you what I do when that happens, my next pump session. So with this, because this is the first time using it, I'll rinse this out, put it in a Ziploc baggie, put that in my fridge. Over here, I do have some dirty stuff that needs to be cleaned at some point today, some dirty binkies from her crib, pack and play, whatever you want to call it. I also have some clean ones back there, so those will go in the pack and play. I washed those from last night, so I kind of rotate stuff. All of this is dirty. I just try to rinse it out when I set them over here. I thought I might be able to get away and do these right now, but she is pretty cranky. Her sisters are distracting her right now, but whenever you see a clip of that, just know that it's because I got away and she was content, and she just noticed that I was not in the room. She's looking right at me. So basically, I move all the dry stuff into a spot to use first, and then I go ahead and make room for the stuff that's going to be wet and that I won't use for a while. So yeah, like I said, it is 8:40, so I don't need to pump until 12:40, and maybe sometime in there I get to do bottles. And the next time I pump, I'll show you how I put away milk and deal with all that stuff, but that will sit out until my next pump session. Everyone's milk is different. Mine personally can afford to do that. I find the more air in a bottle, the less likely it is to be good by the next pump session. So you want to make sure that if you're trying this method out, to not have a ton of space, you know, to not use a big bottle like this if you only have 3 ounces. The more air in it, the more likelihood it's not going to last that entire time. So I'm going to rinse this out, put it in the fridge, and see if she'll be content. If so, I'll do the bottles. If not, I will go ahead and just go in there and chill with them. Okay, so it is 10:20 and it's not up yet. I just turned my monitor on, but I did lay Lexi down for a nap. I am still working on the grocery list, and this is the first thing that I'm having this morning to eat. I do intermittent fasting, so now that it's 10:30, I'm gonna go ahead and eat. I'm not even really hungry, but I've been chugging my water all morning. This is I can't remember how many ounces, I think like 64-ounce water bottle, stainless steel, insulated. Got it off of Amazon. It's very affordable in comparison to something like a Hydro Flask, and I've been loving it so far. It really does keep my water super cold all day long. I just fill it up once. I drink it throughout the day, and that's my goal. Sometimes I refill it, sometimes I don't, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna do right now. Her first morning nap is typically the longest, so I'm going to finish the grocery list and then eat while I'm doing that, and eventually I'll go out and do those dishes. Okay, so it's basically 12:40 exactly, and Lexi just woke up. I just went and got her, changed her diaper, put her sock back on the charger. I got the older girl's lunch right before she did wake up, so they're back there eating. And I had myself a little snack of queso and some chips, because I won't eat until after I get done pumping, because I know she's hungry. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start pumping, and I will do the same thing that I did this morning, which is give her a bottle as soon as I have enough from my one side, and then I will let her eat and I'll continue pumping, and then I'll get my lunch after I'm all done with that. But I'm about to put some Toy Story on just to distract her so I can pump long enough and then give her a bottle. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. The older girls are on the other side of the gate eating. She is in here just kind of messing around, but I know pretty soon she's gonna notice how hungry she is. I'm hoping Toy Story can give me like the 7 minutes that I need to pump just to distract her, and so she's not screaming right at my feet. Now normally I would just go get her a bottle from my earlier milk. It's still good, it's sitting out there, but with her teething, for some reason she has not been liking anything but super fresh milk, like straight out of my boob kind of milk. So for that reason, that's why I'm doing things the way I'm doing them in this video. Okay, so it is 1 o'clock now. Here is my milk. There's 6 ounces in this container, and I gave Lexi a 4-ounce bottle, so that was 10 ounces altogether. It took me about 20 minutes to pump, and now I just have some stuff to get done because everybody is fed and happy, and Lexi is also content out there, so I'm going to take advantage of that. So I have bottles to do, I have milk to put away. I need to transfer this because this is my one and only large Lansano bottle. For that reason, I don't like to store milk in this one, so I am going to transfer that so I can wash this, and that'll be ready for tomorrow morning. So what I'm going to do is first put these bottles in this side of my sink, get them ready to be washed, and then after that, once I have some room to work, I will go ahead and I will store this milk. Right now I am using the zip top reusable breast milk bags just so I can do a review on them for you. So I don't label these because I'm using them so quickly because they are reusable, but you know, typically if it was a single-use bag and I wouldn't use it for months, of course I would label it and stuff. So when you don't see me do that, that's why. But yes, I will sniff this, make sure it's good, even though I know 99% sure that it is. And then I will put that away, and then I will wash some bottles. And this doesn't take long. All of this will probably take 15 minutes, and then I'll eat. So yeah, I will also, like I said earlier, move the dry stuff around so it's out of the way of the wet stuff, and that way I know what to use first, or if Mark grabs me something, he knows what to grab first. So yes, I've got all of this to get situated, so let's just go ahead and do that. Also, during that period of her nap, I did get the grocery list done. I got my video edited, and I was also able to do a few odd and end kind of things. And the next nap, I'm just hoping to get even more housework done. So that way tomorrow when I go grocery shopping, we don't have a bunch of stuff to do in the morning and other things to just make the next couple of days pretty simple, because I've been kind of behind on it, you know. A lot of you want to know how I do it all, how I pump and I get housework done. Sorry, I know I was out of focus, but how I'm able to do all of that, and the answer is that I don't. Some days I work, some days I am on top of my housework, some days I am, you know, just like it really is a give and take. So all 3 of the girls are pretty content out there watching Toy Story 4, and like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and get this stuff done so I can go ahead and then eat some lunch. Okay, so it's 5 o'clock exactly. Lexi just woke up from her nap. I have to go in and get her after I get done with this clip. I have some dishes soaking. I'm going to do those a little bit later, but basically I'm going to go get Lexi up. I'm going to pump, and then after I get done pumping, Mark's going to start dinner, and I'm going to hop in the shower real quick and kind of get our night rolling, because we have a lot to get done in the window of time after I get done pumping. I did get my video uploaded. I also got some other stuff done. I played with the kids. We did their boxes. Remy gets Kiwi and Co box, and then Sophie gets passports. It's something that their aunt gets them for Christmas, and just kind of continues throughout the year. So baby's crying. I'm gonna go. This part of my day is super hectic. Okay, it's almost 6 o'clock now, but I didn't start pumping until 5:20, and then I got done around 5:40, but Mark and I sat around talking for a little bit. So this is actually a little bit of my left side and some of my right combined. I did give Lexi a 4-ounce bottle, so it looks like about 9 ounces, so I probably got about 4.5 from each. and I am going to go ahead and just screw a lid onto this Lancino bottle, and then I put a brand new one on this. I will put this in the fridge, and then I'm going to take this milk from earlier and put it in a storage bag. I did end up feeding Lexi a couple extra ounces out of this before her nap, so I'll put this away, put this in that spot, and then put this in the fridge, and then I won't have to check in with you guys until about almost 10 o'clock. Okay, so it's now basically 10:30. I'm 45 minutes past when I should have pumped, but the whole evening just kind of got away from us. As soon as I ended that last clip of me checking in after I pumped, that's when the evening just kind of got hot and heavy. You know, I jumped in the shower while Mark made dinner. When I got out, I got the baby something to eat. After that, we gave her a bath, and by the time that was all done, it was time to put the girls down to sleep. I feel like the evenings just go so fast. It's crazy. And I have all these things that I want to get done in the evening, but with everything that we have to do between just dinner, bath time, whatever, it's just like there's never enough time. At this point in the night is when she kind of catches up with me, and I used the milk that I had made earlier in that small Lancino bottle that was laying in beside her after she had fallen asleep, and then the milk that I make from this pump session and the little amount of milk that I'll make right before I go to bed, that will all contribute to her night feeding sessions. And you know, during this point in the night, she's all caught up with me. There's nothing to put away, there's no extra. So I just get the taller, bigger juvie bottles, and that's what she drinks out of. And yeah, so at this point in the night, I'm done putting milk away, and I'm just slowly collecting dirty bottles and dirty pump parts, and kind of circles back to what I showed you this morning. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm going to pump, and I will check in with you guys whenever I get done with that. Okay, so it is 11 o'clock, and I just got done pumping. That took about a half hour, and I got about 12 ounces altogether. I've got some extra here in this Dr. Brown's bottle, but I already did make her a small bottle just for whenever she's going to wake up next. And I will save this for later and keep that sealed up until I absolutely have to pour it into a bottle. But as you can tell, I waited a little bit to do my pump session, and it looks like I got extra, which is very tempting. When people see that, they think, oh, if I wait longer, I'll make more milk. Yes, that's going to be true for the first few times, but you're going to continually send your body the message that you don't need as much milk as often, and it will start to adapt, and then your supply will decrease. So even though it looks like I got more milk, and even though sometimes that might happen to you, you know, that's perfectly normal. But if you make that a habit, your supply won't keep at that. You will slowly see a decrease. So just so you know. But I'm going to stick this because this was, oh no, I already used this once. Yeah, so I will have to get new pump parts the next time, but that'll be fine. I will just, you know, obviously use those tomorrow morning. So yeah, like I said, I probably won't check in after this. I'll just put a little slide after this clip, kind of rounding everything out for you guys. But this is generally how a good day in the life goes, me sticking to every 4 hours, and doing the best that I can to stay on top of everything else that's going on in our home and in our life. So yeah, like I said, I'm probably only going to be up for like an hour longer, so when I pump then, I'm not going to have much to add to this at all. But like I've said before, I really do like to make sure that my breasts are as empty as they can be before I go to bed at night. So yeah, whenever I get done with that, I will just pour what I need to into a bottle, and then I will drop that off in her bed for her whenever I go to sleep, and then that's what she will use throughout the night. But yeah, the next clip that you'll see is just a little overview of the day and what I made in that last pump session. So until my next pump session, I'm just gonna watch some Netflix. I already have it pulled up, but I'm watching the Trial by Media series on there. I love it. It's a little gross, and by a little I mean a lot, but as is all things crime related. So yeah, I'm going to do that, drink the rest of my water that I need to drink for the day because I am very thirsty, and then I will just pump and go to bed. So yeah,